I wanted to show you today Attio's new feature in doing call recording, which I thought was pretty cool and noteworthy, just because I think it's maybe one of the first CRMs that has sort of a natively integrated call recording inside the CRM. So you don't have to necessarily use sort of a third-party software to record your meetings, and everything is sort of tied in seamlessly. And I think this is like they just launched it. I think there's probably a ton of opportunities to make this really awesome. And so I'm excited to see sort of, what that might look like. So I just wanted to share my thoughts on this. So you can see inside of Attio, there is this calls feature right here, which shows you all the call recordings. I have it filtered right now just to my call with Roshan. So hopefully he doesn't mind it. But we were just catching up like a coffee chat. What's really cool is when you click into it, you can watch the video. The transcript is here. There's a little bit of summary, but I think, well, actually, before I go into the insights, which I think is the coolest part right now, what's also really cool is like you get the speakers, you have talk time, and meeting, and then you can, everything is like tied into the CRM, right? So if I click into Roshan, I can see that we had a meeting here, right? Like that's what a lot of CRMs do. But then if I go to calls, it also shows me that call, right? So I can click into it, and then that'd be brought back to, this page right here. Has a transcript, and then what I wanted to show you today was like insights, which is really cool. So you can build these templates, which are your custom prompts, right? So I have my default one, which basically just is default. It's applicable to basically every call. Like, what's the context? What's the summary? Are there any action items? Any technical requirements? Because I do jump on a lot of calls where it's like scoping or understanding the requirements or whatever it is, right? And then like relationship insights for like coffee chats and things like that. Like to keep that around. And so you can sort of see what that looks like. And what you can do is, let me see, how do I go back here? There we go. What I can do is I can decide to apply any sort of insight template, right? So if I do default, then it's going to run those prompts against the transcript and then give me the bespoke summary, right, on that call. So you have the business context, you have the comprehensive call summary, action items, technical requirements, and relationship. Now, if this was like a sales call and I wanted to apply the spiced methodology, right, then you would like spit out a different summary, right, or different insights from the transcript that speaks to the prompts here, right? So I think this is pretty cool. Obviously, I think there's like a ton of opportunity for the Attio product team to take this even further. I don't know where their head's at, but like if we could actually start turning some of these into attributes, right, either on a deal or a person or even the company, and then start kind of automating the update process, that would be really cool, right? So like maybe I'll have something about action items, right? And if I can just turn those into tasks related to that opportunity or to that deal, that would save a ton of work, right? I'm sure they're thinking about it already. It's just not there yet, right? But you can see how by bringing the call transcript inside the CRM and sort of the native integration that it allows one to do, there's a ton of like opportunities here that I think are really exciting. I think right now, last time I checked, you can't access any of these call recordings via API. So and or in your workflow builder. So again, I think because they just launched it, it's a little bit limited. But I think once all the features are out, I could see this being a pretty big differentiator compared to some of the incumbents in the market, where you have to set up a separate call recorder and you have to build all of the custom integrations. Having said that, there's always a trade-off, right? Like what's nice about custom integration is that like you can take the call transcript out and do whatever you want with it, process it, right, and then like spit it back into the CRM, right? And that's what I'm doing with Firefly's recording right now. So like one thing that I've noticed is like I have no idea when I give it prompts, like I don't actually know what model they're using, right, and how to write like really good prompts to be able to iterate on an output that works really well. I like how easy it is to set up, right? Like, but sort of the builder in me wants to like understand how I can improve on the prompt and to make it better. And I wish there was a little bit more like debugging that I could do in terms of prompt engineering, because it's a little bit that part is like almost abstracted away in the product. I mean, rightly so, right? Like it makes things a lot easier for lots of users, but specifically for me, like I would just like that sort of granular control over this. So yeah, those are my initial thoughts on the call recording feature. I thought it was quite cool, and also how Attio is sort of thinking about bringing all of sort of relevant context and data points into the CRM so that you don't have to like leave CRM, or you don't have to connect your CRM to other third-party software providers. I think it alludes to a really exciting direction for what we're going to see in the next year or however many months, because things are changing so quickly. So I just wanted to share this with you, and hopefully you found this useful. And if you want to ask me about any of these prompts that I've written for Spiced or the default one, let me know. Happy to share them. Or if you just want to talk about Attio, you know where to find me. All right, thanks.